Because I'm all right, my family's all right, everything is okay. But I want this country to run on a proper system. And that's what we expected in 2015, but it didn't happen. But still we try. You try and try and try and try, whether you succeed or not. Where are we? After 72 years, we are in debt to the whole world. So that's bad. That's bad. So how come that we, after 72 years, we are still in debt? That's because of bad governance. Over the last 72 years, all people who came into power, they promised the moon and the works, but it didn't. It didn't do anything for the general masses.
I think unique concepts should come. You should have like unique concepts, so where that people usually don't talk about. I think then it's nice because they should not follow any trend. You have to have your own style, and it's a lot of hard work. හැඩට දිගට වවල අනේ කුණ්ඩෙ බැන්දට ඇඟට හිරට අණ්ඩ දාපු ඩෙනිම ඇන්දට තිතට විදලා කනට කරාපුවක් දැම්මට ඉඳලා හිටලා තරුණ කමට පිස්සු නැටුවාට කොල්ලෝ නරක නෑ හිතන තරම් කොල්ලෝ නරක නෑ හිතන තරම් කොල්ලෝ නරක නෑ අනේ කියන තරම් කොල්ලෝ නරක නෑ අනේ කියන තරම් කොල්ලෝ නරක නෑ.
Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Conversations with me, Alanki. Today I will be interviewing two singers who have entertained Sri Lanka with their phenomenal talent. Not everyone can sing and entertain at the same time, but this duo can do just that. Today I have with me the legendary Sunil Perera and his talented nephew, Lanthra Perera. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. To start things off, I would like to know, what does music mean to you?
Music means everything.
That's it.
Huh? Yeah, music is everything to me. Music is, like my livelihood is music, all about music. So I've been living with music for the last 50 years, ever since I left school. So music is everything. Music means everything.
So music means everything to you. How do
Yeah.
you feel about it, Lantra?
For me, I think I have to say the same thing. So I think music is everything because even my childhood also, I started listening to music because of, thanks to my parents and my uncle. So, and I love music. So it's actually, like he said, music is everything. Yeah.
Okay, the Gypsies have revolutionized the music industry in Sri Lanka. It's amazing how they actually did something new and extraordinary at that time, and the audience, the public, embraced it. How do you think, as a young musician, how do you think the music industry nowadays compares to that era?
When it comes to gypsies and the young bands, new musicians, let's say singers, I think there are a lot of talented people. But what I see is like gypsies, and if you take like all the other old bands, they are legends because they have their own way of entertaining people. And even for the new generation also it's the same. But then I think, like I said, a lot of talented people in Sri Lanka, but so you can't compare that. So it's completely different.
Like Lantra said, there's a lot of new talent.
There is a whole load of new talent.
There's definitely a lot of new talent, but it's become a trend in Sri Lanka that if you actually want to make it big, talent alone is not enough nowadays, where you have to actually showcase your talent with a music video, or you have to do something controversial to stand out and to get everyone's attention. Where do you think music today is headed?
No, today there's a lot of good music with some of the young musicians. I mean, they all produce a lot of good music. But in anything, I mean, for you to sort of make a name for yourself, I believe in luck. Luck means blessing.
Right.
I believe in that. There may be a good creation, but if you don't have the luck, it may not sort of reach the audience. So we have had that luck, throughout. So I thank God for everything, whatever we have got over the years. So I think it's, let's say, 80% luck and 20% talent.
Oh, is that what you think about yourself? Is that what you think about
Definitely,
yourself?
definitely, yeah. Uh, it's a thing that I believe not only in music, in anything in life. Whether it's your family, whether it's your children, I mean, anything for you to sort of have easy, I mean, not easy, I mean, to have satisfaction through, I mean, if you have a good family, that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, if you have trouble-free children, that's a blessing. And your health more than anything else, your family's health, that's a blessing. So everything you have to have that luck, that blessing to sort of exist and to survive.
Do you believe that luck got you to where you are today?
Yeah, I believe in luck as well. In the meantime, if I'm adding something to it, I must say hard work also. So you need to work hard. Like say, if you want to achieve something in your life, you have to work hard. If you work hard, then sometimes you might get there. But meantime, you need to have that luck as well. So, like he said, so hard work, luck, and your talent. So it's a mix of everything. So sometimes for some people, if you like see, for some people without even talent, without hard work, luck works.
Right.
Sometimes with talent people, they try to achieve things in life, but the luck is they might not have much luck. But so it works in different ways for different people. So I think, yeah, that's how it works.
What are your views? Do you think that the media in Sri Lanka gives sufficient attention to talent?
I think there's a lot of opening today. I mean, even I mean, they can sort of promote themselves through social media today.
Right.
Unlike yesteryear, I mean, today a lot of young people have they sort of, project themselves through social media more than anything else. So I think that's a very good thing where they are able to sort of bring out a song, or you don't have to have today. You don't have to sort of go. I mean, worshipping all these bloody people who are involved in, in only what do you call
Media channels.
media people, because media is today is considered. I mean, private media in the sense like social media and all that. That's more stronger and much more powerful way of getting your message across than the established institutions.
Something that got my attention is a lot of parents, when their kids are growing up, they actually emphasize on the importance of being a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer.
That's always the case.
Did you have that when you were growing up? Did you have that when you were growing up?
I mean, my father pushed me, for studies in a hell of a big way. But somehow, I mean, probably I was destined to, get somewhere else.
How did you discover your talent?
You don't discover as such. I mean, when it's there, you know that, you're sort of, eventually, you're going to sort of decide on what your life is going to be like. After O-levels, I mean, I never had the opportunity of doing any higher studies from after O-levels. So I thought, the best way to, even my dad thought, though he pushed me in a big way to sort of for studies, but somehow it didn't come through. Eventually, I mean, music was new, and music, something that I saw from my very young age, that where parents were sort of having parties practically for every, I mean, any occasion. They needed only an occasion to have a party. So you grew up with music. So eventually, when you sort of want to decide on your future, you it happens naturally. It happens naturally that music is something that we never thought about going to get involved in music in a big way. I mean, professionally, but eventually that's how it happened. It's something that you're destined to get at.
Right.
So it's not something that you decide or discover. I mean, it happens naturally. It happens with your influences. I mean, your inspiration through your dad or people who have that you have met over the years, and the music was there all along. So that's, I guess that's the reason that how we got involved in music.
And like something,
Parents give you that thing when you're young to study, 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 study. That's the way even with my sons, my children also, it's like that. But it doesn't happen like that. All people, I mean, like some parents want to get their children to sort of play cricket, 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 nothing but cricket. Because there's a lot of money in cricket. But I also tried very hard to play cricket, but it didn't come right because I was not made for that. So, sportsmen, they are into sports in a big way. Professionally, eventually, they get involved in sports also. Somehow, all parents are like that. All parents, initially, they want to sort of push their children for studies. That's a normal thing.
Lantra, what about you? How did you discover your passion for music?
Like I said, when I was schooling, actually, so I was, I never thought I'll do music as a profession. Uh, so when I was schooling, actually, I probably thought I probably go to 8 to 5 job or, work somewhere and come home. And, that was the picture I had when I was schooling. But then while I was schooling, and then I think my parents, they encouraged me, anyway, I love to play the guitar, but then I couldn't play back then. So they also encouraged me to, play the guitar, and my mom bought me the first guitar. And then I started playing the guitar for a couple of, few months, and I started going for guitar classes. And then from there onwards, I thought I'll probably start my, not as a career, but then, I started liking music there from there onwards. And I started playing the guitar at church as well, and the school choir. And there's so many things. So after that, little by little, gradually, so then I want to do it as a profession.
And many people say you sound just like your uncle.
Yeah, most people say that, but so it's in the family. So, but what I said, if you listen to us, I mean, like in one stage, there's slightly differences, but obviously, so the same blood goes in the family. So that's what people say that, but it's not the same. It's a little different though. It's slightly different. But if you listen carefully, it's not the same, but not in a bad way. But I'm saying so. I love my uncle's songs. I grew up to the gypsies. I grew up to the songs that my parents, when they started gypsy at the beginning. And so I used to sing Piti Kotapa None when I was really small. I'm sure Sunil must have seen, you have seen. So I was singing like Piti Kotapa None Ojaye when I was really small. And then meantime, when it comes to international bands, I used to listen Beatles and all the then Bee Gees, all the bands. But what I have to say is, so I think that's in me. I think it comes naturally. So it's not that I'm trying to imitate him or do the same thing what he's going to do.
Just runs in the
Yeah,
blood.
it just when even like we have this when we talk sometimes when it comes to a conversation also we talk very really loud. And you must have realized that. So mostly even some of our cousins, like if we been to if you see when it comes to one of our family parties, we are like so loud because it's not that we are aggressive or arrogant, it's just the way that we speak. Now, when we speak,
Very noisy people.
very noisy people, we are so loud. So, like that. So, when I'm singing, also, I don't know, it comes naturally. I don't force myself to do that, but it comes naturally.
What, like when you make lyrics, I've realized the lyrics are so very interesting. It's out of the box. It's something extraordinary. What really inspires you? Is it something that happens in your life, or
No, sometimes you are inspired by certain things. Let's say the Sri Lankan situation probably would have given us the uh, idea of writing some politically uh, influenced songs. But it's this current situation, but certain songs, I mean, you think about it, and it's the idea of the song. What matters is the lyrics or anything like it. It is about a song. To write a song, a good song, you should have a good idea in the first place. You should have a good idea. If you have the subject matter to write a song, and then if you get the right words in, and if you have the right melody, then you are through. I mean, you know that you are going to somehow make the song big. But what matters is the subject matter to write a song. It's the idea of the song, which is going to be very, very important. And that is something that you get. That's also you should have that luck. to get that.
It's all about the luck.
You think about 101 things, but sometimes you never get an idea. But sometimes when you get an idea, you know exactly how to get the lyrics done. Because there are so many people who help me with lyrics. But the basic thing, basic idea of the song, we have to think about it. And when you get a proper, idea to write a song, and if you have the right lyrics, right tune, then you're there.
I mean, your songs, the lyrics are just extraordinary. It's not what you usually hear. Like usually you hear something that you actually might hear somewhere else. But like even if you take Lunu Dehi or Kurumittu, like everything is something that is different. Is this
Idea.
yeah? Is this something you follow as well when you compose music? Or when you make a song, like do you want to make something like your song Mage Girlfriend was also something different?
Yeah, Magic, that's also because that concept is unique.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was not my idea, but Chandradas Fernando, he's the one who came up with this idea, Magic Girlfriend concept. And even Kolo Narakane, that song also, it was written by Chandradas Fernando. So that the entire credit should go to Chandradas Fernando. And I think unique concepts should come. So I mean, like, you should have like unique concepts, so where that people usually don't talk about. I think then it's nice because if you, I'm not saying that I think we have listened to a lot of love songs, but then still this beautiful love songs. But when you have a unique idea, like a unique concept, I think that there's a
Something different.
something different, So like that, I also prefer when I'm especially working on a song, I prefer to work on a unique concept always.
Okay, and finally, I would like to know from you. You have always been someone who's very vocal about your views and opinions. Has this ever got you in trouble?
A lot of times.
Yeah? How do you deal with it?
In the first place, when you sort of criticize a politician, they don't like it. They don't like you.
Absolutely.
But what I feel is, I'm all right, my family's all right, everything is okay. But I want this country to run on a proper system. I want the politicians to introduce good systems. But nothing is going to change if you are not going to talk. But everybody wants a different, better Sri Lanka. But if nobody is going to sort of talk about the bad things that's happening here, then it's not going to we are never going to achieve anything. So, in my view, we have had problems in the sense, like, politicians, they won't sort of encourage gypsies for any of their events or anything like that, because they don't like gypsies, for the simple reason we have written songs which are very critical about the political situation in Sri Lanka. But the thing is, how I look at it is, I'm not very going hard at any particular politician as such, but in general, I want this country to be a better run, better systematic, proper governance. And that's what we expected in 2015, but it didn't happen. But still we try. You try and try. Whether you succeed or not, you'll succeed at last. Sometimes certain things you have to make a big shout, and not only me, all people together, if they come together. Everybody wants the world to be different, but nobody wants to change. Nobody wants to say anything. Without saying anything, you're not going to sort of give your message across. So I think you have to do your duty. My duty is to see that I love to see Sri Lanka run in a proper way, proper systematic way, proper governance.
You have always advocated for what's right.
Yeah, not to gain anything for myself, but in general, where are we? After 72 years, we are in debt to the whole world. So that's bad. That's bad. So how come that we, after 72 years, we are still in debt? That's because of bad governance. Over the last 72 years, all people who came into power, they promised the moon and the works, but it didn't. It didn't do anything for the general masses. So this is why I think let's hope and pray that something good happen even in coming years. That something good will happen to Sri Lanka. Be positive and something good will turn around. And let's hope that the present people who are in power, that they'll do something. You can't be negative all the time, but at the same time, certain things you have to hope and have that faith that somebody would do something. For that, you need to sort of be vocal about it, to have to say these things are wrong, these things are bad, try and change these things. So this is why I have been vocal to a certain extent. But at the same time, you have to sort of face the repercussions also, in the sense people, especially politicians of, this part of the world, they don't like that.
But as a public figure and as someone who's so well respected in music, I think what you say goes a long way because it influences people. It encourages them to come out and stand up for what's right.
The thing is, a lot of people have said a lot of things. Even now, there are a lot of people who want certain changes in Sri Lanka. But the thing is, it's very difficult, very difficult, because these most politicians, I would say practically all, except for very few people, they just don't want to change. They just want to go through the same style that they've been doing, and which does a lot for the individual concern. Individual concern, he might be benefited, but in the bigger picture, Sri Lanka as a whole, it has not achieved anything. So though people have been very vocal on a lot of things, we haven't achieved anything as such, though even I have been very vocal. But frankly, I don't think that those things which I said, did anything for Sri Lanka. It has not happened. It has not created the results that I expected, but it has not come through. Let's hope, still I have hope that something good will happen in time to come.
Let's hope so. Coming to the final question, I have the same question for both of you. What advice would you give to aspiring young musicians?
I would say for young musicians, they should not follow any trend. They should do whatever that, when you compose music especially. So you have to be yourself, and you have to compose whatever according to your style. You have to have your own style, and it's a lot of hard work, and you need talent as well. Like I said, it's all hard work. Practitioners also can improve themselves as well. So for all upcoming musicians, what I have to say is, keep on practicing. Practice is a must, and hard work.
Well, I would say the young musicians or whoever the people who are involved in music should be able to analyze what they're good at. So now I'm not good at love songs. So if I have sung love songs.
And they've been a hit as well.
Yeah, certain people like those love songs. But the thing is, I know I'm not good at that. So for live situations, I know I'm good at certain things like baila and all that. So I should be able to analyze the strength of what I have in me. Then only I'll be able to sort of get that thing to the audience.
Right.
Everyone has that talent, in the sense like that strength. Everyone is good at something. Some are very good at ballet, some are very good at baile, some are very good at probably covers, but I'm mainly referring to the people who are involved in writing music, doing their own music. You should be able to gauge your strength. If you're able to gauge your strength, then you'll be able to sort of do something that will do good for you.
So basically identifying your strengths.
Identify. If you're able to identify your strength, then you should be able to sort of get something written or write that suits you,
right,
that's suitable for you. So I think, but nothing like doing your own thing, instead of doing, like we do a lot of covers as well, but the thing is, when you do your own thing, your own song or whatever, it gives a lot more satisfaction. So this is why just keep doing things, everything won't come right, but you have to still keep doing. You never know which song is going to sort of create that impact. But got to keep trying, doing,
and
writing.
Experimenting.
Yeah, something might click, but something may not click for a while, but still you get to still keep trying. Try and try.
Try and try. That's his advice for you. We have come to the end of the first segment, but do stay tuned for the rapid fire segment.
Favorite Sri Lankan song?
Yes.
Well, I don't have any particular favorite Sri Lankan song. I like a lot of songs, so I can't sort of. Sort of select just one song and this is my favorite song. But there are so many songs that I like.
A few that comes to mind.
Well, I like songs by C.T. Fernando. I like songs by Rukanta. I like songs by Amaradeva. There are so many singers, so many songs of theirs, you know.
Yeah, anyway, so I also can't pick any particular one song, but then, like I said, I can, because when it comes to songs, there's so many songs that I like. So if I, pick one, then it's not fair. So let's say I like songs from Marians, then Gypsies, Rukanta Gunadilaka. I prefer a lot of oldies, so love those songs, yeah.
Okay.
There again, there is no particular favorite song.
I usually love all the Gypsies songs.
I guess it should be me, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
When it's controversy, I mean, you actually, you make a lot of enemies, right? I have a lot more enemies than general normal musicians because I've been very vocal, I'm very critical about politicians. When you have that, you become, you're being sort of looked down by all these people. Favorite international artist? Well, there again, there are so many, but out of all these people, I think Michael Jackson, for his, not only his ability to sort of sing, dance, write, everything, he's all in one.
For me, there's so many, so I'll pick one. I like Bruno Mars, Maroon 5, then Beatles. Yeah, my favorites.
Favorite quote? I have something by Lord Buddha. He said, "Don't look into the past. It brings tear. Don't look into the future. It brings fear. Live this moment. Live this moment. Well, that's it. That's life. Live this moment well. Don't worry about the past. Because past brings you probably, it brings tear. Future brings you fear. So live this moment well. That's what matters."
Well, I couldn't think of anything, but since you need a quote, I will say, happy wife, happy life.
Oh my God.
Since I couldn't think of anything, so quote.
Okay.
In one word.
Yeah.
I can't define it. Somebody else has to do that. But if you ask me something like, how would you like to be remembered? I want to be remembered as an honest person. That's all. Not a musician, not a good singer or anything like that. I'm not a good singer anyway. But anyway, if you're honest, if you're known as an honest person, that's it.
Awesome.
For me, I haven't thought about it. Well, I can't say that, so that's something that people should,
Okay, how would you like to be remembered?
Probably, let's say, musician, a singer, probably, yeah. I don't know, I haven't even thought about it. That's, yeah, anything I do know. Just, yeah. Oh my God.
That's a good one. That would be a controversial thing. I'd rather not answer that. You have to be honest in your answers. So my answers would be very controversial, so I don't want to answer that.
What would you take?
I don't know what to take. Oh wow, Kishani, why?
Water?
Yeah, probably definitely water and food, and then one more thing. Okay, water, food, and then what else? Probably but phones might not work. No, yeah. Then that's out.
Not a favorite memory, but it's still it's a memory so many years back. I mean, I think 1989. 89 or 1990 probably, after Johanna Vijayveera's death. We were scheduled to play at the Columbia University. I still remember just before we arrived there were a couple of calls who threatened me. They said that, don't come for this event, we are going to kill you. I said they have paid me, so I have to be there. Whether they are going to kill me is another matter. But so they threatened me in a big way because it was the height of JVP insurrection. So I still remember because my mother was there when I answered the phone. So Mom asked, why? No, about today, tomorrow's event. He's asking me not to visit. But somehow I said, no, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to have my people as well. Let's see. I'm going to anyway, I have to honor my, particular gig because these people have paid me in the first place, so I have to be there. So let's see what's going to happen. Nothing happened actually, but only thing, there were so many posters against, like, Ojaya, Apitepa, and this and that, to that extent. They have put up posters all over the university, but it was not a, as you say, favorite. It's not a favorite thing, but it's still, it's there. That's one of the, it's a memorable thing. Still, like, it reminds me every time I go past the Columbia campus.
I think I also have something very similar to that. While I was performing at a wedding, so this particular minister threatened me to sing a couple of songs while the couple is leaving, and then so some bodyguards also, they also tried taking out their weapons, and so I had to face the situation. Somehow I managed to because some people, they don't know how to
handle themselves after
alcohol. So it's really sad, but then I don't keep any grudges with people, but then I'm sure they have realized what they did was wrong. But then, yeah, that's something memorable for me.
Personal experience.
Yes.
Not exactly personal experience. Personal experience, yes. There is one song. It's about personal experience about Tika Tika Mang Vayasate Anawa. That's a personal thing. It's a very personal thing. Yeah, about dyeing your hair, dyeing your beard. That's a very personal thing. So this song about Tika Tika Mang, then Tika Tika Vayasate Anawa, it's a very personal thing.
You?
Well, yeah, there is a song that I never released that song, so I think that was a very old one, which I wrote for one of my ex-girlfriends. So it's not released yet. In future, yeah, it will be out. So it's not out yet.
We have now come to the end of this exciting conversation. I truly enjoyed it, and I'm sure our viewers enjoyed it as well. I'm going to leave you now with a new song by the Gypsies, which you will hear for the very first time on this show. Enjoy.
මිටියට සල්ලි ගනින් ගැනලා හරියට සරකඩේ බලලා දැල් ටික එල්ලලා මෝරුන් ගල් මාළුන් ගොඩට ගෙනල්ලා පොස්සන් හාල් මැස්සෝ දඟලන කලමු ඉස්සු වෙන්දේසි කර බං බං හරියට ගිරලා වෙන්දේසි කර බං බං හරියට ගිරලා